All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about seller financing. I got my business partner, Brent. You may have seen us on one of our biggest videos. We got 12,000 views on this, and it was land contracts. We're here to talk about seller financing. We have a couple different opportunities that we are looking at, and we are thinking about doing seller financing, which is a great way to buy a piece of real estate. So in this video, we're going to give you the top 3 points and the top 3 reasons of why you should do seller financing. All right, so yes, please subscribe. No more fluff. We're gonna get right into the top 3 points. Point number 1 is gonna be red tape.
Red tape. When you do seller financing, you go directly to the bank or directly to the seller. So the seller is your bank. You talk to him as a bank and you go negotiate all the terms you want directly with the person you know. Rather than going to a bank, you have all this red tape. You have all these terms, all this credit, all these things. They don't know you personally. They have all these different requirements to meet. They don't care about you, who you are. They care about what you can bring. Now, with a personal seller, you know them personally. They know you and what you're doing in life and like believe with you. And they're also becoming the bank too. So that's a term for them to become the bank. They're getting the money as a bank, and banks have a ton of money, so why not be the bank? If you can be the bank, definitely be the bank. And then a lot of times these people have a lot of money, so they're looking at you and like want to see what you can do to the building. And with them, if you fail, they can take the whole property back. So it is an opportunity for them. If you don't do what you promise, they have a better return at the end of the day. If you can make, because you buy a property, I'm saying they can make it a lot better than what it is before. So you do most of the stuff, you should succeed. If you don't, you did a lot of work and made it a little better and they the property back. So everybody kind of wins in this deal, and there is less red tape. So you can definitely both win.
All right, so number 1, less red tape. A lot of less red tape. The banks, you need to send a bunch of documents back and forth, get your credit pulled, blah, blah, blah. It's easier and faster to close with seller financing, usually. What's point number 2?
Red
Oh,
tape.
negotiations. All right, we can edit. Point number 2, negotiations. What we found, negotiations, by the way, we're laughing here because we forgot point number 2 and we just talked about it. And this is way edited out, but we figured this out. We know what we're doing here, okay? So you can believe us. Yeah. But number 2 is negotiations. So usually if you go to a bank, you want to purchase a property, that bank is going to say, hey, this is the criteria. You need to put 20 to 25% down. You need to meet these scores and fit in this bucket. Otherwise, we are not going to finance you. And usually those banks all have very similar standards. Now, if you go to a seller, the seller has different standards because it depends on their situation. The seller might own this property outright. They may say, hey, you know what? You could put 10% down. You could put 15% down. I'm going to amortize this over 50 years possibly. That's negotiations.
Terms can be a lot.
Terms can be way different. So the terms can all be different, and that's why seller financing is great, because you don't have to go to a set standard of what the banks say for your negotiations. So that's point number 2 is negotiations. You could make these in your favor depending if you know why the seller is selling, what's their motive for selling. And probably I would say the last reason why it's pretty good, point number 3, is because it's off the books.
Off the books.
It's off the books. Your debt to income ratio is not changed. Now, if you're doing a PSF, personal financial statement, word of the day for all of you, basically you put all of your assets together, your liabilities. Banks usually look for this, but some of them might not want that off the books. Seller financing might not have to put that on there. And by the way, we're no legal experts here. We're no financial advisors, but generally, talk to your attorney.
To negotiate a lot of these terms and stuff.
But it's off the books, meaning like your debt to income ratio, because the person selling it doesn't put that against your credit score. So when they run your credit score and they see your debt to income ratio, usually you don't have that on the books. That's why it's more beneficial. Now,
when you go do, refinance someone with credit or with a bank, you can use that, what you owe to what the property is worth, as your personal financial statement to get more opportunity with that. So it does benefit you regardless. What you're trying
Yeah,
to
sorry. You add that to your PSF, but your credit score, it does not impact that, and it doesn't show, so it's off the books in a way.
So if you can do seller financing, definitely do it.
If you want to hear more about this, seller financing or land contracts, go ahead and click the video below. I'll put the little link, and you could see land contracts. That's our biggest video yet. Hoping this is going to be our next biggest. So go ahead and like this video, comment below. What are your questions you have about seller financing? Ask them, and we will answer as the non-official, official, maybe official experts.
I'm pretty official, so
Pretty official.
we'll answer.
We'll answer. Maybe. Maybe not. We got stuff to do. So that's it. See you in the next video.